The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Farmers Bank and Capital Trust, Lowe's Sporting Goods, Panel Swim Shop, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Well, hello. Welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Coach Alan Feldhouse from Madison Central. Thanks for sitting on the opening, Coach. Your 11th Region player. Well, you were a great player, but Coach of the Year in the 11th Region. Congratulations for that.
Thanks a lot. That player, that was a long time. That was a long time ago.
And that would be the 10th Region, right?
They're right.
Wrong region there on that. But you're the team of the week, and Coach, you got to be really proud of your basketball team. 19 wins this year.
Yeah, it's really been a surprising year, to tell you the truth, because we lost 3 starters off of last year's team, and we're not the most physically intimidating looking bunch, and no size really whatsoever. So for us to win 19 games, and especially after we played the first 3 games wasn't very good. For us to win 19 games is pretty good. Coach
will be with us with 3 of his seniors. He brought 5 seniors. Grant Brockman is one of the scholar athletes from Madison Central, and Blake Benson is here from Model Laboratory School. He's one of our athletes of the week as well. Our featured coach, there was a great game back in 2004. They consider it one of the best games. Hazard played Perry County Central, overtime thriller over there that led them to the region. Got a feature on that. Looking forward to that from WYMT down in Hazard, Kentucky. We've got that. Also, Jenny Williams will be with us. Brian Milam's going to interview her out at the 43rd District basketball tournament. We got another Sutherland Chevrolet drive of the week as we head down to Nicholasville. And John Williams from Madison Central, he'll join us in the wrap and talk about how his campaign's gone this year. How about that? Good. A lot coming up on the show. Plus, of course, we got the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. District, region, and regionals right around the corner next week at Eastern. These district final games brought to you by Lowe's Sporting Goods. Are down in London, and they're in Corbin.
The boys 43rd, Lafayette, the Generals have been the hard luck team of the district play, losing in the finals last year in triple overtime, then double overtime the year before. They've come up short 7 times in the finals since last winning it in 2001. Tonight facing a Dunbar team that is quick and athletic, but it was Lafayette's home court, so here's how it will be decided. Harrison Lane pokes it away. The layup makes it 16-12. Generals, they led the entire first half until Dontrell Brown's layup tied it at 26. Well, that was the score at the half. Third quarter now, Jordan Brown out of the corner. The 3 puts the Bulldogs up 35-34. The crowd, well, they're going wild. Lafayette wasn't done yet. Cameron Greenup putting 3 fingers up. Generals take the lead back. Fire Marshall's dream tonight. Fourth quarter, under 5 minutes, Darius Williams the 3. That ties it at 40. And after that make, Dunbar was locked in. Biggest shot of the game right here. Jordan Lewis kicks it out to Tavion Hollingsworth, and he nails the 3. Hollingsworth had 20 and is the tournament MVP. That's because Dunbar gets the win. 53-48 final.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Manturn Brittany Light, now Lexington Catholic. Thanks to Bob Roberts Insurance. That's right, Joe and John, they played for you, Coach Feldhouse there at Madison Central. Bob Roberts Insurance, they insure half the great state of Kentucky. Check them out there on Main Street in Richmond, Kentucky. And Coach, thanks for coming on the show. Busy week. You won your big district game the other night. You had your district final Friday night. And why has this team, in your estimation, been the big surprise in the 11th Region? I mean, you always have a good team in Madison Central, but this team is kind of exceeding that.
Well, we just didn't see it coming. We lost so much off of last year's team, and just not having that much size coming back. But I don't think I've ever had a group of seniors to buy into our philosophy like this group has.
You have 5 seniors that play with a lot of heart. Tell us about them.
Well, they have to. I mean, if you look at us, we're not the most physically imposing group of kids, so they don't have any choice. And we thought we're going to have to guard people, and they've really bought into our defensive philosophy, especially.
And I know you stress defense. I know that. Just a little bit.
Yes, we do.
And Tariq, in your mind, why has this team kind of exceeded what everybody thought maybe Madison Central had coming into the season?
Coming in as freshmen, we were pressed on 3 main things, which are hard work, toughness, and defense. And in my opinion, all 5 of us seniors have bought in to those 3 things, and I think that's why we've been so successful this year.
Toughness means a lot in basketball, getting those 50-50 balls and everything.
Dakota, how much does it play in that districts and regions are right in your backyard at EKU?
I really think it's a major advantage because, I mean, our student body comes up and shows out a lot more, and half the community comes, and it just makes us play that much harder.
Having that support helps.
And Seth, when you looked at the schedule at the beginning of the season, you said, man, we got a lot of tough teams on this schedule. But now as you look on the whole body of work the whole season with the season you had, that's going to get you battle tested for the big 11th region tournament comes up.
Yes, sir. Well, half of our games were against like top 20 teams, and then our last 4 regular season games were against top 15 teams. We won 3 out of 4 of them, so ended the season well, and I think it set us up well.
It gave you a little confidence too, didn't
Yes,
it,
sir.
beating 3 out of those 3 tough teams?
Coach, some people say this is your favorite team. Does this make you want to advance more and more?
Yeah, I don't want to lose these guys. And it's one of those years where it's gone by so fast. And that's usually a good sign, coaching-wise, because you haven't had to deal with any problems on the floor or off the floor. I definitely don't want it to end right now.
You know, when we say favorite team, obviously the Dominique Hawkins and that team that won the state championship was a really special team. But a coach can bond with players, like you said. You mentioned how great these seniors have been to coach. You know,
I mean, that was special winning the state championship, but we had to deal with some problems throughout the course of the year, and that's what makes a coach not sleep at night. This year, I haven't had to deal with any of those. That's why it's gone so fast, I think.
Well, they're great young men, and good luck in the regional tournament. We'll be broadcasting all that on Prep Spin like we did last year to give the folks at home an opportunity to watch it in high definition, by the way.
There you go.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to covering you, Coach, and always good to see you, Coach Feldhouse.
Thanks for having us, Gary.
That's Alan Feldhouse, one of the top coaches in the state of Kentucky. Now we're going to this feature. It tells us about a great game played down the mountains from WYMT.
All-A state champions versus 19-5. 11 straight wins versus 10 out of 11. Bulldogs versus Commodores. Hazard versus Perry County Central. First round of the 54th District Tournament.
Long jumper, Combs, no good. Gets his own rebound, has it blocked out of bounds by Lamar Williams. Holland at the free throw line decides not to. Back up to Combs. Gonna try a long one, got it! Daniel Combs, a three-pointer. Carter. Gonna launch a three, got it! Parker Carter, 6 seconds. Parker Carter from way outside. He got it!
A 13-point second quarter deficit trimmed to 3 at the halftime break.
Back up to Mullen. Sizemore in the block. Turn around 10-footer. Good! Here's the ball on the floor. It's loose.
Clawing all the way back to go up 1, entering the 4th and final quarter. But the madness had only just begun.
Flips the defenders, and he has it in front court. To Cheney, to Barker, got it! Against this man-to-man. To Barker, Barker gonna launch a long one, got it! A three-pointer. To Patrick, top of the key. Patrick pulls up with a jumper, got it! To Gabbard, top of the key, right wing, Robert Little, gonna try three, got it! He got it! Holder in the corner, to Cheney. Cheney, top of the key to Holland. Down the middle, in the corner to Combs. Throws it up, and it's good!
Down 2, Hank Gabbard was poised to play the role of hero.
Here comes Gabbard the other way. Gabbard all the way down, lays it up and in! And he's fouled!
Hazard up 1 with 44 seconds on the clock. But Chris Cheney had other ideas.
Here comes Holland in the front court. Underneath the Cheney, lays it up and in! Perry Central has the lead.
He put Perry County Central up 1 with just 13.7 left. That's when Hazard turned to one of its senior leaders, Steven Sizemore.
Robert quickly to Sizemore. Sizemore pulls up to the 10. Got it!
And with 7 seconds to play, that was your game winner, right? Wrong.
Here we go. The final 7 seconds in the call. He's at front court. 3, 2. Here's his shot. It is good. Perry Central wins it. Perry Central wins it.
Daniel Combs, the shot heard round Perry County, as the Commodores eliminate the All-A state champion Hazard Bulldogs in the first round of postseason play.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report, our Athletes of the Week, our most popular segment because it highlights young boys and girls doing great things in the classroom. Speaking of classroom, from Model High School, Blake Benson's here, and Grant Brockman from Madison Central, a great member of that basketball team. Let's start with you, Blake, if you don't mind. You know, a 4.0 last semester, so congrats for the great grades you got there at Model. And you play basketball and tennis. I know your tennis game firsthand. You're pretty good at really good at tennis. So how do you balance all that, make it all work for your, you know, in class and so forth?
Well, I just try to drive myself just to be a good, driven person. And being an underdog at Model, since we're such a small school, really helps drive you, because when you're going up against bigger schools, it just makes the will to win a lot stronger. I remember last year at state, me and my doubles partner were going up against the 8th seed Trinity, which is obviously a much bigger school than Model, and it just caused us to want to go all out and be our best, and we ended up winning, so that was a great time.
Kind of gives you that little extra incentive, a little chip on your shoulder,
that's
doesn't
right,
it?
that's
Being
right.
a small school like that.
Grant, you're a Governor Scholar and a top basketball player over at Madison Central. How do you balance school and basketball?
Well, I try to prioritize my education as a student athlete. So at the same time, I want to maintain that focus and hard work both on the court and in the classroom.
And now, Blake, of course, basketball is, you know, that season unfortunately is over for you right now because of the tournament game. By the way, I think this young man to your left had a big part of that. You said you had a tough time guarding him in the district game.
Right.
You know, but tennis is, I'm not going to put words and say it's your sport, but you're pretty good at it. Your brother, Gus, plays at UK.
Yeah.
So you've been able to play with him a lot and improve your tennis game. What goals have you set? You mentioned beating Trinity last year. What goals have you set for this year?
Well, yeah, basketball season, you know, ended. It was kind of a tough loss, but you know, you got to give credit where credit's due. Central's a great team, and but it kind of wants me to drive to be more successful, not like go so early in a postseason.
Right.
So it makes me want to get back to state and try to do better than I did last year. I got to the quarterfinals last year. I'm going to try to strive to get maybe to the Final Four this year. Maybe more.
beat Trinity again, right?
I hope so.
Grant, Central is one of the surprises in the 11th region this year. How has this team played at such a high level?
Well, I think a lot of it comes from the fact that we have 5 seniors. With that comes a lot of leadership, as well as we've all bought into our coach's philosophy. So also, we've played probably one of the toughest schedules in the state. So with that, we've definitely been battle tested. So.
Blake, I've got to ask you real quickly, what colleges are you looking at? I know UK, your brother's there, but what colleges are you considering?
Well, I'm thinking Eastern. It's just so close to home, and you know, I really like the campus, and it's just a great place to be around. I love Richmond, and my dad works there, so I get free tuition. So that's always that's always a helpful decision.
I'd say you might end up at Eastern.
Yeah.
And go ahead and ask.
Grant, what will you like to pursue in college?
I believe I'm going to attend the University of Kentucky to major in civil engineering.
Blake, pass one of those down to Grant. Congratulations on your plaques from Crown Trophy. Take those over there and then get them personalized at Crown Trophy. Those are our Scholar Athletes of the Week from Model and Madison Central. And now we're going to this Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Here's your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. It's Chandler Stewart of Woodford County. Takes it into the trees and scores, plus the foul. And then Stewart does it again. The crossover, the basket, and the bucket. Take another look at it. Chandler Stewart of Woodford County However, Franklin County would go on to get the victory. I'm WKYT's Lee K. Howard with your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Hi, my name is Jenny Williams. I'm one of the athletic trainers with UK Sports Medicine working out at Lafayette High School. And today we want to go over some ways that you can work on balance. Balance is very important, especially after an injury. You work with range of motion and getting your strength back, but you also want to make sure that you get your balance back as well because it can help prevent future injuries. So some of the ways that we're going to work on that today are just working on balancing just on one foot alone. So first we have one of our athletes just working on standing on one foot and holding that for about 15 to 20 seconds. Doing this a couple times every day. Once that gets easier for them, then we would move on to maybe having an uneven surface, like trying to stand on a towel or stand on a pillow or something that will make the balancing a little bit more difficult. Next, we would move on to having balance on one foot and maybe trying to do some heel raises or some toe raises, anything that works the balance a little bit more. Next, moving on to balancing on another uneven surface, which is using one of our athletic training tools that we have that would just make the balance a little bit more difficult. And balance can affect any ankle sprains, knee injuries, any sort of lower body injuries. And probably the last part of the balance that we would work on is having them trying to stand on one foot and reaching over and picking up objects. And this would be probably the most difficult part of balancing that we could focus on. And once they get to where they can do this pretty well, we know that their balance is back and they're probably ready to return to play. So if you have any questions about balance or any issues with those injuries, always make sure to talk to your athletic trainer, or you can talk to us as the athletic trainers at UK Sports Medicine.
To EKU we go, the boys' 44th district between two old rivals, Southern and Central. Since Alan Feldhouse Jr. took over in Richmond, he's won a district title in every season he's coached, except his first. That's 21 in a row. Probably one of the reasons their home court is named after him, Mr. Feldhouse. And the Indians, Dakota Begley off to the hot start, all alone in the corner for three. Teammates find Grant Brockman in the same corner for three more. Central fans holding up the Brockman face. Brockman. But the Eagles on the run out. Tanner Kidwell gives Southern the lead. On the layup, it was short-lived because Brockman pops another trifecta. The southpaw for three more. Madison Central just gets by Southern 42-41 to win yet another district championship.
Wow, what a close one there. Two of the best teams in the 12th region meeting in the boys 46th, West Jessamine and Mercer County. Last year, these two teams went to overtime to decide the district champ. Third quarter, Titans go inside. Will Hager with the left hand. Soup in the sandwich. Mercer up 36-28 at the other end. West Jess going inside as well. That's Isaiah Holyfield, the left jab and the haymaker. 40-34 Titans. Josh Cook's club has been outstanding all season. Malik Dow on the receiving end of the assist. Mercer County rolls into the regional tournament 79-61.
Back in to wrap it up, thanks to all of our teams, Madison Central and also Model, Blake Benson from over there, Model, and also WYMT. We're going to wrap it up here, but first we want to talk to the other senior coach. We want to give love to Mr. Williams. And tell us, how do you feel about the season, how the season's gone this year, heading into regions?
Well, it's gone real good. I mean, we've worked hard to get to where we are now. And with the level of competition we've been playing night in, night out, I'm pretty sure we're prepared for regional play.
Ready for that, aren't you? And Coach, the regional gets underway Monday at EKU right there in your backyard.
Yeah, it's kind of like a home game for us.
Right.
And our kids, our student section, they definitely come out for that.
They will be there in force. And as always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see.
Keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Farmers Bank and Capital Trust, Lowe's Sporting Goods, Panel Swim Shop, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.